Hello, hello. Good morning. It's 5 minutes to NFP. Of course, you see here highlighted the best trade of the London session. I didn't take it. I was away around the time. I did take a few. I did take this trade. It was nice, but somebody has suggested that I explain a little bit the context of things, which makes sense, which I've done in many videos, but so best setup of this morning, London session. It's hindsight, of course, because I was not here. So London, in many ways, you can play it from the Asia high to Asia low. So the Asia session is between 8 o'clock in the evening till midnight New York time. So what you do, you draw the lowest point after 8. So from here onwards, say from this to midnight. So that creates a range. So basically what the Asia, the overnight session has done is created a low and a high. And then the next session will use those points, the high and the low of the Asia session, Japan, Australia, via dicendo, and so on. It uses it as context to decide the next move. And often there's games that happen when price reaches one or the other levels. Of course, this is in tandem with the previous day high and previous day low, which you should always have as a reference point. So if you see what happened during today, is the morning before, say, the London session before NFP. So you can't expect a lot of directionality because the market is waiting for 3 minutes. The big news that will influence the market for some time, for sure, for the whole day today. And so everybody's waiting to see what happens. Also, the moves during NFP are very violent, so you should not have a position open unless you have a very, 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 very wide stop and you're doing more swings or multiple operations during multiple days. But in this case, what happened is during Asia, we went up, we start to retrace, we touched the new day opening gap from 3 October, so yesterday's new day opening gap. Look, we touch it to the tick. So we touched the new day opening gap. We are in a Fibonacci retracement level casually. It's the golden pocket. So we are between 62 and 80%. And we reversed there with the intention to continue the trend and get to Asia high. Now this is typical. Price doesn't move in a straight line. So what happened is we reversed at 3. So if your bias was correct and on point, you would have caught the bottom of this London session, which I can turn on for you. London. You would have caught the low of the London session at 3 a.m. exactly. Then we started to climb up. We changed market structure because this was a zone. So if this was a zone, I do it without indicators for now. If this was a zone, can see it. Okay, so this was a zone. We closed above it. Once we closed above it, then we flipped the market structure to bullish. This London range low becomes the protected level. Once we flipped, so can mark this as a zone high. We could consider this the zone high, it doesn't matter. We, of course, before continuation, we did a few moves, but more than anything, we tried to come back. We tapped on this into this zone close to the origin of the move, not exactly the origin, but it's a zone before the actual protected low. Hey, NFP happened, and we breached previous day high. Let me check. Previous day high, usually it's an important level that will price will react heavily to it. So it could have a big retracement on the breach of previous day high, and in some occasions it's just the starting point for a big climb, which would not surprise me. If you see the 4-hour chart, I can show you. Interrupt the explanation. Right, it's 4-hour chart. What do we have here that could, where would price stop? The first stop is the bottom of this order block, or say the bottom of this imbalance. So this would be a 4-hour level to look at, H4 level. And we breached above this level from 10 a.m. the 10:14 4-hour candle. It's a big level. Alright, we broke up bullish. Apologies. So back to this. So what happened is we did a first tap into this unmitigated zone, and then after we took this level, this liquidity, so we did an SBS here. So you can calculate it from where you like this. 3, 4, 5. The 5 reached sort of the origin of the move and could not complete it, right? So we reached back into the origin, and we could not complete the move. We can count the origin from here, it does not matter. Could not, and we came back below here. What does that mean? Price didn't have enough momentum or energy to go back up. So we tried another SPS here. So here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could not complete it. We didn't have the energy. Again, we tried to reach for the origin of this move. We couldn't, and we came back and tapped again here. Okay. So are we turning bearish? We did a complete bearish SPS. Let me show you. So price failed a couple of times. So now we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We managed to come here and complete this move, but the reaction is incredibly strong. And in completing this SPS, or swing breakout sequence, which is a continuation, what did we do? We already had a double tap at the edge of this zone, which you could consider it as the SNDR, let's say the area responsible for breaking a lot of these levels. So if you consider this, all these levels, before we had a deeper retracement, this was the move that originated, that is responsible for breaking this on high. Then we started to resist here, but this move, it's an important move that broke a few levels, right? you can consider this, and in fact we came, we did a double tap, reacted. Anyway, so this is an important move. So what we do, we came and tapped it, and then we tapped it again, we did a double tap. So after breaching it, we did a double bottom, and then this is our signal. Where there's a tap, we come with a double tap. If we can do a flip after a double tap, that's a strong indication, especially around origins or SNDRs. It's a good indication that now the manipulations and the preparations and the accumulations before completing the movement, it's gonna happen. And then in addition to that, this, what time it is? What time is it? Okay, this is an important time, because 5:30, so between 5:20 and 5:40, so the 5:30 30-minute candle close, there's the conclusion of the AMD, let's say of the accumulation, manipulation, distribution of the 30-minute candle, and there's a final moment where price can do a manipulation before closing the 4-hour candle that ends at 6 a.m. So this means if the next 4-hour candle will do a continuation, let me show you the 4-hour candle so that you understand what I'm talking about. This candle that ended at 2 a.m., if we expect that it's going to push, as it did, big push, then at the close at 6 a.m., it's just going to go bolt up, right? So the final preparation for this move up happens around 5:30. If you do that, if you know that, if your bias is right, your narrative is right, so then you can position yourself here. And so here was a bit really astonishing and beautiful setup, which is double tap with a double bottom reversal, confirmation of trend change again, another, say, flip happens. You know, you can pick any of this. So pick this, enter, wait for price to come back up, put the stop below the double tap, and for sure you should reach then the higher time frame objective, because the 6 a.m. close is a big moment of volatility. Right, this is the explanation for the this was a beautiful setup that I didn't take, but it was basically the cleanest trade of the London session this morning, according to me. Let's say that I will place a small curtain 1 second so that if I cut the video, I can cut the explanation. And from employment rate, I understand why everything went up. It's incredibly bullish. It's an incredibly bullish news. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and we keep going. Okay, just so that I can cut the video easily if I need to cut it. Most recently I had recorded hours and hours of, you know, chart and trades, and then it becomes very hard. Either I publish it on raw but that nobody watches 2 hours of me trading. I'm Mr. Nobody, and or I have to edit it, and it's a lot of work, and right now I haven't been spending hours editing. We'll see in the future. Okay, so NFP. Theoretically, you might want to mark the data low. This would be NFP data low. We had marked this as the order block level slash 5G. Okay, there is a new week opening gap. The week that ends, like basically for this week, it's the new week opening gap of this week. Okay, we're above previous day high, both on NQ and on ES. Many times you need to zoom out to see what's happening, so let me hide for now the let me create a box. Let's see. We're back to the new week opening gap. Sometimes there is a reaction around that important point of interest. Okay, let's see. What a market structure tells us. We did breach the origins, we did breach market structure. There's different ways to draw zones depending on your school of thought. You see some experimental lines drawing automatically SNDRs. Sometimes it's accurate. I'm still working on perfecting it. Let's remove them for now. Okay. There is not obviously right now impossible to take a trade that has a high probability. Yes, you could go long anytime. Any small retracement you can try to go long, but you want a high probability setup that you can rely on to grow your account, then I will have to wait. Let's see what we need to wait. Meanwhile, let me log on to some of the accounts. Some opportunity might come. Oh, 8:50, 9:10. Sometimes after big news, you can get something. sometimes. Yeah, so we try to be patient, of course, patient, and I can trade a few funded accounts that are getting closer to another payout. I've adjusted one of my indicators so that the Asia range labels do not overlap with candles. It was very annoying. So I'm happy about this. Of course, I can slide this, but I like it that they don't overlap anymore. Makes it cleaner, slightly cleaner. I don't know if I even want to look at the 5 seconds, or 15 seconds, or 10 seconds. But many times it's just good to train your eyes on okay. We'll have to look for I need to take notes about where to cut, what to move, because otherwise it's hard to remember what we were doing, at which point. Watching again my video for hours. It's not the most optimal way to spend time. Even though rewatching myself, especially in the critical moments, you know, I can improve the stop placements and a lot of stuff. See, I did a blue screen, or why was it like a curtain after the analysis? So from then on, we're just waiting. Let me pause the video and I will add some commentary when there's anything to say. Okay, we're back. Some time passed. Trying to form a bias for the open. So just by looking at the 5 seconds, this oscillation, it's a long signature, right? So we're inside of this zone. we can't seem to breach this level, which is, then you could say, possibly protected. So come 2029, 25 and 27, we may do a wick and then go up. That's my read. If we go up now before the open, okay, then there is a chance that this crazy run we had for vertical run of how many points is that? This vertical run of 200 points. Okay, then there might be an adjustment, a retracement to NFP data high, previous day high, and then continue. It unlocks itself. Okay, this would be the this would be the double tap. I need to check. Yes, okay. Continuation to this. I was just telling somebody in a chat that it was 100% a continuation after that accumulation. So I'll double tap. Yes, is also doing a continuation. Very good. Ah, yes, did breach. See, we missed this. We missed this. There was SMP here. It was a divergence with we did reach the 7th, let's say, standard deviation, basically a 200 points run on Nasdaq. Is vertical run is quite impressive, and it might call for, hey, now we might have SMT at a high. So there is a possibility that the open is a small retracement. Let's see. How would that look if we would take it? How many points is this? 30. Would you consider going back down to the new week opening gap? Possibly. That would be a 1-to-1 with this stop. NFP data high will be, this will be the 2-hour level. Do you see any structure? Well, there is this zone with this how many contracts would that be to risk? The 500, 8.5. Okay. I think we could try a short. with attempt to do 2R, so 175. There is SMT with ES. ES is bearish, probably going down, and we're a little bit early, but there has been a crazy run for NFP, so starting a little bit early on the trend would not surprise me. All right, I'm going to risk 500. That's the trade. Only risking it on one account. You generally don't want to short incredibly trendy days. And we could be weak in and go up. Yeah, for sure. But the fact that we went high first before the open and now retracing with SMT with ES, which NES looks, yeah, it wants to breach the low. I would say it's an interesting, impossible that we're going to do a shallow retracement. Absolutely shallow retracement. So I want to move the stop quickly to break even, and if that's a break even, that's break even.
Order filled.
Okay, so we're in. Risk is set. We said 175. Okay, and yeah. See what happens. For now, the protected level that should not theoretically, well, which has a held price for a while, and see what happens. I am in at 234.75. Okay, so I'm in from here. Well, that's NDR on 5 seconds. I'm in profit of 6 points. It's not even the open yet, so this might be, yeah, this might go up very fast. So I'd like to insure myself. Okay, so already 10 points profit. Never want to lose profit. It could accelerate if it breaches this zone. It did 200. It can retrace a few dozens points and then continue. The seventh standard deviation is a major. Okay, so I am up 10 points of profit for the short. The short is coming back up. There is an order block, or as you can see, 5 second zone here, holding price. We're in early. SMT was a good confluence to frame this. Doesn't look like ES is even making an attempt to come up, so it seems for now short. we did create what's called a breaker, which should hold price. Let me remove the SNDRs, they are experimental. Okay, yes, is at the data high week, which is basically an indication that, you know, if he wants to resist, that's one place where he could do it and then continue. Look, there is an SBS count here, so if he wants to go up, it could go up. There is question is the bearish momentum, was it a trick for the pre-open to do a continuation? Honestly, maybe I should stop the trade. See my conviction. It is sort of doing an accumulation up, so like a trend line on the 5 seconds. If you look at it, it's building up. Generally those moves end up in a dump, but sometimes a rocket. Yeah, so maybe it is a continuation. We'll see. 27. We retested this, so there is a SNDR now here, right? We wicked it. So this is the area before they breached it, and we're going down. That's very good. I don't want it to come back up now with speed after that reaction, so I might move the stop to this 28. Okay, so we have a TP at 175, 29, 1 minute. Is it a trick? Yes, it's done the lower low here, the SMT again, so there is a moment of delicacy where, well, there's a delicate moment, not the delicacy. There's a delicate moment where we could retrace and bump. Yeah, that's what's happening. $29. Yeah, yes, going up. Okay, this is probably a long. It wicked. Was it a manipulation? Now I have the stop a little bit too tight. Probably if it wicks, unless it dumps like a rock, I'm probably going to be stopped. I moved the stop to here because my level of confidence is not that high. So okay. See, it's still holding it. 30. Doesn't want to do it. Still in it. I didn't move the stop. It looks like that SNDR, this one, this in the area at 240 something, has held the price so far, and price couldn't breach it, but there is some resistance. Okay, let's see if we go down. I'm gonna trail now. Oh, that's very good. We have breached. I'm gonna go break even now. Number 250 points profit, 20 points, maybe take half off, sell.
Order
I
filled.
took half off. Profit is profit. At 20 points, I took half off. It's not that, you know, we moved the stop, so let's say that. And you know, this could still be the manipulation, and we go like a rocket up. At least I took some profit off. Which look, you can see it. I'll show you. It's coming back up. I moved it break even, so this trade is now with profit and free. I hope for NFP data low. So let me close it almost completely. Well, 2R was 175, so I'm gonna close 3 more contracts at 175. Divide by 3. And then, so let's do it here at 181 actually. And then the actual NFP data low 166. Final 166 will be a final point of stop for me. I might take a couple more contracts off because it's struggling. Sell, buy.
Order filled.
Okay, I took more off. So I'm now, you know, a few more hundred in profit. Okay. Okay, rest is NFP data high 166. Okay, I'll show the execution. As always, my take profits are often to be improved. I'm still in with 2 micros. And let's see if we can see some structure. We have flipped on the 5 seconds. Oh, beautiful. Some friends have gone long already. Means my opportunity is gone. Probably it's continuation time. So I wanted a touch of NFP data high. So let's see, first flip usually fake. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to see the reaction to here. We can come down here. We may be doing a bearish SPS. No way. But it is the time where the Judas swing is over and we can go long. Fair. Then I took all right, 35 points, 36 points of profit. It's not bad. And I left 2 contracts open, so that's not a huge part of the position. Yeah, so we still did a 4-5. So let me show you a count. We could still go down, and I think it's bullish now, but that would be a 4 and a 5. If we go above here, then we keep going up. So we probably can move the stop. I'm just going to move the stop there.
Order filled.
Right. So, okay. Trade is done. And Okay, we caught basically the Judas swing. We knew trend would be a strong indication that we would continue. So it was a sort of a counter trend trade. Okay, so I wonder if we do a retracement up until we do a double tap without being able to breach and then go down again. Price does this. Yes, came to stop me, and yeah, we'll have to let it clarify what's happening. Huh? We'll have to let it clarify what's happening. So the structure still probably bullish in continuation. But wait, yes, it's dumping. Okay, so I closed it. Right, we'll let it play out. I'm not going to open any continuation trade for now. We'll see how we are in 950, 1010, that sort of thing. So I'm going to pause for now, put the curtain up so that I know where to cut it. It was a nice open trade. I was not sure, as you can see, as you saw, I was not 100% sure. Not taking any more until 10 a.m. Talk to you later. Thank you for watching for now. Bye. All right, some time has passed, and I was out of the position, but my read coming back to NFP data high has worked. That was my target. We did get to, I did take, 40 points of profit, and I had as a target the NFP data high. I didn't show you my execution. I closed it now. I do have it. 1 second. That was my execution from before. I didn't show you. I only opened 8 micros because I had a 30-point stop. So I did sold at 34, bought at the minimum buy was at 201, 32 points. A 1-to-1, and then the rest got stopped. Well, I got stopped a little bit with a tiny profit. Say 10 points of profit. This was 30 something points of profit. I'm pleased with that. Let's say the read. I am not pleased because if I kept even the tight stop of 11 points, everything would have still worked, and I would be, as objective I said it was up 166. So I would be, that would be well entered like this. I entered with a stop, with a safe stop above here, but this is a 6-hour trade done with proper stop, so higher size and target, and now we dumped to the previous day high. Okay, so read was correct. This heightened volatility came back up, was scared me. I was not able to handle it, and well, in a way, I didn't want to let the whole trade retrace on me. Alternative, the other point of view would be to see, as we had a major SMT here, which I had missed. I didn't check. Yes, did wick very high here and rejected very strong. So that you could have perceived the weakness of the market, and there would be a lot of fighting on this until a clarification. So 10 a.m. let's say, now it's 9:57, but let's say 10 minutes before the open, before the 10 a.m. close, the 10 a.m. candle for our candle closes, we had a clarification to the downside. Pleased with the read, not pleased with this with the execution, which is something that happens to me sometimes. I'm working on improving things, but I did take a nice profit out of it on one of the funded accounts on the top step X, and yeah, keep going. Now we see if we can frame a short from here, as I believe the market structure has shifted. All right, I'll pause it. I come back if there's anything. Bye. With the curtain.